Okay. Hi.
Hi, you must be Mindy.
I am, yes. You must be Teresa. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So, Mindy, do you go by Mindy or do you like to go by something different?
Mindy's perfect.
Okay, great. I'm Teresa Burrell. I'm a social work student at Weber State University, and I'll be doing this interview and appointment with you today. Just going over a little business, if you don't mind, in the beginning. So, just to let you know, we're going to spend about 50 minutes, and I'm going to ask you a whole bunch of questions, right, to see what's going on so I can better understand your situation. And I really need your participation to kind of give me those answers so I can best help you, because I know it's a hard time for you right now. Anything you say to me is confidential. It won't leave this room. With the exception, if you're going to harm yourself or others, then by law I am mandated to report that. But otherwise, there's no right or wrong answer. It is what it is, and you can just feel free to talk to me just any way you want to.
Okay.
All right. So, any questions?
No.
All right.
No.
So, Mindy, what brings you here today?
It was the anniversary of my father's death a little while ago. It's been about, oh God, what year is it? It's been about 5 years since he passed. It was a heart attack. It was very sudden. The whole thing was just a struggle in a general overarching sense.
Right.
So, my family didn't take it very well, and I haven't really had an opportunity to grieve, to like go through the process, and it's just kind of been hitting me suddenly. And everything was fine when it first happened, because it was like, oh, that sucks.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like, oh, that sucks. Like, gotta go to work, like, sort of thing. But now, you know, a couple of years have gone by, and I just don't know how to do it.
How to do it.
Grieve.
How to do it. Grieve.
Grieve, yes. I don't know how to do it. Like,
yeah. What is it been
Yeah.
exhibiting itself as? I mean, what's happening with you?
It's been really obnoxious, because like I'll be sitting there, and for no reason I'll start crying, and everyone will be like, oh, I'm doing it right now, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And people will be like, what's wrong, is everything okay, you know, you're not like that, you don't normally cry. And it's like, oh, I'm good, I was just watching a really sad episode of a TV show, it's mad at me, like, I just oh my God,
things just come to the surface.
Yeah.
And you just have all this emotion and don't know what to do with it.
Yes, and I never know where it comes from. It just suddenly, it's just there. Like, I don't know what to do.
You're not feeling any particular times. It just kind of swells up.
Sometimes it'll be my boss will be talking to me, and he's fatherly in a weird way, and I think that might be a part of it, but I don't know why. So I thought maybe talking to somebody who's more professional than, you know, my friends.
Figure out what's happening.
Yeah,
well,
like understand what's going on.
Yeah.
So,
well, hopefully I can help you with that. You know, we can work through some things. I think what I'm hearing you say is you're just having all sorts of emotion come up when you don't necessarily want it to, and when you're having to explain yourself, and you're thinking, he's been gone now, so why does all this stuff come up? So in the beginning, it sounded like, you know, you just didn't have a lot of time. You're like, it was just this sucks, and okay, let's get up and go to work. So do you feel like you had time to really process what happened with your dad and how quick that was?
No, I really don't think I did at all. I had work, I had school, I had family, my mom didn't take it well, my siblings didn't take it well. It just became this, okay, well, we have to get the funeral stuff done, guys. Like, we can't just, I know you guys want to sit around and just drink. Like, I'd love to do that too, but like, we got to get stuff done. So I had to like kind of pick up the mantle and take care of everything. So it was really.
So what I'm hearing is it really fell on you.
Yes. Yeah.
And, you know, you had to carry it, right?
All of it. A lot. And I never had a chance to actually feel anything, because I was so busy signing paperwork.
So do you think you were pretty numb?
Yeah.
Do you still feel residual numb after all this time? With your emotions? happens?
A bit, yeah. Like it's almost easier to do it that way than it is to
allow yourself to feel it.
Yeah, which is probably not healthy. I would assume.
It is what it is. Nobody gets to tell you how to grieve. We all have our own coping mechanisms that are there to protect us. But when they start interfering with our everyday life, that's when we need a little extra tools to just help us through it, right? There's no right or wrong way. It's devastating, and especially, one minute he's there and the next he's gone.
She's just so rude.
It is rude.
So rude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you're just kind of, so I'm wanting to ask when, you talked about it happening when you had your boss, and when you were talking to him, and when you're with other friends. What does that emotion look like for you? What thoughts go through your mind when all of a sudden you feel this emotion coming up for you? Is there a thought pattern to it, or is it just all of a sudden it's there and you don't know? What happens there?
Good question. Panic. Well, I guess that's kind of after it's starting, is the panic of like, oh no, this shouldn't be happening right now, kind of thing.
You start feeling it and you can't push it down.
Yeah, but I think initially, I think the thing that would probably triggers it is just like oh no, there it is. That's what it is. Oh no. I can't call him. That's really gross. I don't like that. The panic sets in.
You know what? It's okay to feel. And it's a good thing to feel, and to just breathe that in. Just take a minute and breathe it in, because it's sad. It's really sad. And you turn around and you're having a hard day and you just want to talk to your dad, right?
Yep.
So sorry. You must have had a very good relationship with your dad.
I was a lot closer with him than I've ever been with my mom.
Well, that makes it even worse, doesn't it? Because he was your ally. That's what I'm hearing. What do you miss most about your dad?
Going to lunch with him.
Yeah.
Just being able to be like, I didn't want to go grocery shopping. You want to get food?
Right.
And not having to like set up a date.
Just spur of the moment. You guys just spur of the moment.
Yeah, I could just show up unannounced and be like, buy me lunch. He would. So it was really nice.
Well, that's so nurturing, right?
Yeah.
It's so nurturing, and then all of a sudden, who nurtures you now?
My cat.
Your cat's good. Cats are good.
Cats are great. Cats are great. They I have to feed them though. They don't.
Yeah, right.
They try. They bring me birds and things, and it's gross. I don't want it. But
and how about your mom? Where does she fit into the system?
She after he died, we found out he was worth more dead than alive. Which is always, it's like, oh, he didn't tell us because he didn't want us to kill him. That's funny.
You have such a cute humor.
I'm pretty sure that's my coping mechanism.
Yeah, that's okay. Humor's good too.
It's the easiest way to deal with it. But there was just like a lot of money that she got after he passed, and she bought so many things that she just didn't need and didn't want really. She just was like buying stuff, and it's like, please stop buying things, like,
right.
So it turned into this whole, like, she had a new car one day, and then she hated that car, so she had a different car the next week, and then it was like, I'm gonna buy this slot machine, it's only $500, and it's like, why? Like, what purpose does that serve? And so a lot of it is just me playing like that logical role of like, none of this makes sense, stop doing things. Like,
can't make sense of it. Yeah, when you talked about how there's no right or wrong way to grieve. Some people are crazy with money, some people are crazy with my biggest concern is really, I feel that you're so, you haven't let this emotion really surface because, and I don't know why, maybe it's that you don't feel safe, maybe it's just hard, and who wants to do hard?
Not I.
Not you, but the awful
Yeah.
thing is, it's like you corked this bottle, and it's gonna seep through no matter what, and so, maybe if you can allow it to come through a little bit. Do you have safe people in your life? I know it doesn't sound like your mom, but do you have safe people? Obviously here, you can cry all you want. And I have Kleenex,
Just
and
spend
we're
the whole
all
time
good.
sobbing.
And you know what? And that's okay. Be kind to yourself. You've carried a huge burden for a long time. And it's exhausting. It's really exhausting.
Yeah. I do have a couple of friends that I can talk to, and they're not like, why are you still sad? This has been a while.
Don't
like,
buck up. Yeah.
like, get over it kind of thing. I've got a
Right,
couple of friends that
right.
are a bit more understanding in that
Good.
regard, so that's always good. But yeah, I guess my problem is I don't know how to express that to them without just like breaking down suddenly and having them be like, I don't know what to do with my hands. What's going on? Like,
What would happen if you broke down suddenly?
They would panic.
You think they would?
I do. I really do. It's my own fault. I've given this air that I can just take care of everything all the time, and so it's like people will always be like, you don't cry. You literally don't ever cry, and it's like I don't understand how you think that's a normal human reaction. Like,
It's like, yeah.
am I wrong? Like somebody else? Like I don't. So I just.
You have this persona. What I'm hearing you say is that you have this persona, and they don't know how to handle it when you walk outside of that persona.
Yes. And so I don't know how to broach that wall with them without it turning into some awful, do we need to take you to the hospital like conversation. It's like, it's not bad, I guess. I don't know, maybe.
Well, do you think if you're in a calm moment, and this is just an idea, only you know your friends, but do you think that if you're in a calm moment, you might be able to talk to them and say, this is what's been happening to me, and it's really crazy, but my therapist or I know this part of grieving, I've stuffed it down, and it's just going to come out backwards and sideways. So if this happens, kind of set it up so they understand what they can do for you. Can you just be there for me and let me cry? Don't tell me it's going to be all right. Can you do that? And if you could do that do you feel comfortable to do that in a calm situation?
I think so. I think there's a couple of friends I could do that with, and it wouldn't. I think it would startle some of them, but maybe not so much so that
if they know it's coming.
Yeah.
And if you're at a calm place when you're saying it.
Yeah.
Then eventually, all that will do is bond that friendship really, because it's hard to be vulnerable.
Yes.
So choose carefully, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be setting yourself up for, you're already pretty raw. You don't want to set yourself up for harder. But if you do have those safe friends and they do agree to be that way with you, then it's okay. It's equally okay to take the cat and just stop your eyes out.
She struggles to try to escape me.
So one of the things that, they say that grief goes in stages, and well, that's okay. It's really, now they're proving, or they're saying it's really not like that. It's more like waves.
Oh.
And so you feel the wave, and it comes up, and it's really overwhelming, and you think you're going to drown. But if you can relax and allow yourself to feel that sorrow, then it gets back to calm again. And unfortunately, we don't get to choose when the wave is, right? We just get to choose to swim. And that doesn't mean shoving ourselves down in it. It means swimming through it. So, kind of, what is something that you feel you could do right now that would step you forward into helping this emotion? It's a goal that you could set, or something that you feel like you could do, because sometimes we're so tired we don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And right now you've just shown all this beautiful emotion, and you miss your dad. And you know what? That is okay. It is.
Oh, sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
so sorry.
It's good.
No one knows what I'm not. I'm so sorry. I should have
It's okay.
turned that off.
So what is something maybe you can do?
I could try journaling. I used to do that when I was younger.
That's a great idea.
So I could try that and see if that's a way to get it out without having to be like, listen.
Right. I think journaling is a way to get it out, and it is a way to let that anger and when you're doing it, I want you to do two things. I want you to be compassionate with yourself, because there's no right or wrong way to grieve. I've said it like 5 times now, but it's true. And the second thing is, feel what you feel. And if you need a friend, that will come. I know at first you might be too vulnerable, but maybe, I'd like to see you next week about the same time, if that's okay. And you can bring your journal if you want to. If you don't, you can just say you have, and we'll see how you go with that. But let's start you on the journaling. Also, I just want to challenge you a little bit to see if you could talk to just one friend about what you're going through, and in a calm place, so you're not in that vulnerable place. So you can just say, "This is what's happening. It's really hard, but can I please, work with that?" And just know that this is a safe place, and that means all of it. It's going to be a ride, but we'll swim through it. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Any other questions you have for me or concerns?
No.
You're okay? All right, then we'll see you back next week.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. I've been wiping my nose. I don't want to.
Great. I'm glad you're here.